Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Passionate Naija Physio in the UK. It's been a long time on this channel. A lot has been going on. But despite my inconsistencies, you guys are still like you are watching my videos and I'm getting new subscribers. Thank you guys for 300 subscribers. I really appreciate. So if you are new here, I'm Tawakat. I'm a Passionate Naija Physio living in the UK. So today we are just going to discuss about cost of living in the UK. As we all know that cost of living has increased, not just in the UK. We know inflation rate is increased generally in the world, and that does not exempt the UK. So I'm just going to go through this, like these are the questions that a lot of people has been asking me, especially those that just got job in the UK and they are planning to move down to the UK. I'm just gonna run you through what we spend monthly. Mind you, it's just myself and my husband, and we don't have any children yet or child, so it's just both of us. And if you are coming with children, it might be different. If you are also like, there are several factors that may determine how much you spend. This differ for everyone, and it depends on so many factors: where you live, your spending habits, the number of children you have. All those things will determine how much you spend. So obviously, if you have more than one child, or even if you have a child, this might be different. And once we start having children, I know things will change. So definitely, but this is how much both of us spend for now every month. First thing that everybody spend money on is either your house rent or your mortgage. Right now we are renting from a private landlord, and we are renting a 2-bedroom apartment. So it's just for both of us. We don't have any other person living in the apartment with us. So we are renting a 2-bedroom apartment, and we are paying £550 monthly. So some other people may have 2-bedroom apartments in the same, maybe the same streets with ourselves, and they pay higher or lesser. So there are several reasons why that occur. The type of house, this is not like a luxury house like that. So, and we live in a flat, not a house. It's when I got to the UK that I got to know that there's difference between a flat and a house. So right now we live in a flat, and if you live in a house which is, it may be detached or semi-detached kind of house or something, it may be more expensive than a flat. So we live in a 2-bedroom flat, and we pay £550 monthly. So coming down to bills, we know that here there's nothing like owing electricity or gas bill. So in this house we are using electricity and gas. In some other buildings or other flats, they may be using just electricity to cook, to eat and everything, but here we use both gas and electricity. To be honest, I can't really say we use more of electricity or we use more of gas. Basically, gas is for heating the house, and for cooking any hot water and everything. Gas is for eating and then for cooking, whereas electricity is for, you know, every other thing. So we use them, I would say, roughly the same way. And right now, because we are in summer, so we are not really putting on our heater so much, so we don't really put on heater during this period, except on rare occasions, very rare occasions. So since last month, I think we've not really been putting on heater. So right now we pay £100 for both gas and electricity. So £100 both gas and electricity, £550 for our flat rent. Is like food. We are foodie, and we don't eat, we mostly eat African foods, Nigerian foods to be precise. So both of us, I don't know, we can't really eat all these white people's food. Yeah, let me put it that way. So basically, and we know that getting African foodstuffs here in the UK, or African groceries in the UK, is a bit expensive, more than the general white people's food, and the reason is because obviously they will have to import it to the UK, so it's a bit expensive. But what we do is every like 2 months or every 3 months we go to markets where they sell in bulk. For example, things like pepper, fish, we buy them in boxes. Like I have a separate freezer for that, so that we don't usually go to, most of both of us, we are working full time, and there's no time for, regular market visits. So what we do is we go to the market once, at least once in every 2 months, and we buy most of the things we need in bulk, and then I put them in freezer. So basically, if we go, most of the time we don't spend more than, maybe maximum that we've spent so far, as far as I know, for 3 months was 300 that we had to buy. We had to stock a lot of things in the house, and it was 300 pounds. So I would say for food, apart from the fact that sometimes we may need some things in all of these their regular stores, like toiletries and all. So let's say for food and groceries, foodstuffs and groceries, we spend 150 pounds per month for both of us. So that's that about food. And this also depends on who you are and how much you can consume food. Some people can spend less, some people spend more, but this is how much we spend because we eat African food. And most of the time, I would say I eat 3 times daily. My husband does maybe like twice, but most of the time I eat 3 times daily. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'll eat before I go to work, I'll eat my lunch at work, and when I get back from work, I'll eat my dinner. So we are foodies, so we spend 150 pounds on food every month. We have a car right now. Initially we had 2 cars, and that was because we were living in a very far place from city, and my place of work to be especially my place of work is a bit far, so we had to get a second car there that time, even though we were not really driving the car, because I was using the car to learn how to drive. However, whether you are learning or not, if you have car, you have to pay for car insurance, tax, blah blah blah. So when we had 2 cars, we were paying more on insurance and tax. But when we moved to a closer place, like this place is like approximately 15-minute drive from my house to my place of work, and even if I want to take a bus, in less than 30 minutes I'll get to work. So we had to sell the car instead of spending so much on insurance and tax. So we sold 1 car. Right now we are using 1 car, and on that car we normally pay insurance and tax every year. We don't really pay monthly. However, I'm going to break it down. So if I'm going to break it down, approximately 80 pounds, we pay 80 pounds for car insurance, and we pay approximately 15 pounds for car tax. Not a year, because our car, we were taxed about 180 something pounds per year. So approximately we pay 15 pounds per month. In this house, we don't really have, I would say we don't have Wi-Fi, and simply because it's just the 2 of us. So when we came in newly, we were looking for all these plans, monthly payment plans for phone bills, in such a way that we will have unlimited data. A lot of people will think when we coming abroad, you will have Wi-Fi everywhere. No, it's not like that. So you need constant I would say network on your phone, especially if you have to move from one place to another. So what we just opted for all this monthly payment plan, and right now we are on plan that is, we have unlimited data, unlimited calls, and unlimited messages, and it's just 2 of us living in the house, no one else. So what we do is that money is being deducted from our account every month. So basically for both of us, we pay 35 pounds per month. He pays 17 pounds and I pay 18 pounds monthly for our phone bills. So both of us we pay 35 pounds, and we don't have to use any Wi-Fi in the house because we connect our phone network to TVs, laptops, and every other gadget we have in the house. So it's automatically connected. We don't have to do any other Wi-Fi. We see it as maybe like a waste of money. Don't mind us, we are just calculating everything. So we have to cut costs anyhow. So then when it comes to transport or fuel, so because of the nature of my husband's job, he travels around a lot, and most of the time, would I say majority of the time, he will have to drop me at work first before he go to work. So that journey, most of we consume fuel in a lot, and sometimes on weekends we have to go out or do some of these errands, and we spend for fuel and for public transport. Sometimes if I have to take it, we spend roughly about 120 pounds per month for that. Another thing we spend money on, before I forget, is the council tax. Council tax is what you pay. This is what everybody pays in the UK. No matter what, all households pay council tax. And basically the tax is being used by the council area to maybe for your what is it called, wastewater, for water supply. In Scotland we don't pay for water bill. However, when I read through the council tax letter they sent to us first time, I realized that water bill has been included in the council tax. And that doesn't mean that you have to use specific amount of water in a month. So you can use as much as you want to, but it's just like you can use as much water as you want, and you pay the same amount of council tax at the end of the month. So I think that's another advantage of living in Scotland rather than England. I don't know, but I prefer Scotland because of that. So we don't really pay for water bill. So the water bill has been included in the council tax, and all this waste management, wastewater and other things for bins. Yeah, they come to carry bins every, I think every 2 weeks or so, or every week. So they come, I don't even know when they do it. All I know is most of the time I don't find our bins very full. So that means maybe while at work they will have come and carried that. That's all. So all this money is being used for roads sometimes. So we shall pay council tax, and we pay here, they bill us 133 pounds every month. So we pay that every month, and basically that's how we normally spend every month. And calculation of everything, so everything is about 1,198 pounds. However, let's say 1,200 pounds everything every month. This is not like, it's not the same for everyone. So you might decide to send money home, you might decide not to send, but we do send certain amount of money home because we have parents in Nigeria. So we send certain amount of money to them, and I would tag that as miscellaneous because that is particular to us. And when it comes to clothing, shoes, other things, we don't really buy them every month, simply because most of the time what you wear is being determined by the weather. So when we are getting to a particular period, say summer, what we do is, yeah, we buy things in bulk, like clothes as well. So we go online, we do online shopping, or sometimes we go to all these their shops to get clothes or shoes, and we just buy them once and then we wear them. We don't really buy clothes every month or buy shoes every month. So I would tag that as part of the miscellaneous. Let's say, right, so 1,200 is what we normally spend, like that's the normal. But sometimes things might arise that you have to pay more. So I'm just going to add the 300, which is the money we spend home every month, and maybe clothing, every other thing that we might need. So let's say everything on in all that we spend monthly is £1,500 as a young Nigerian couple living in the UK. This differ for everyone, and it depends on so many factors: where you live, your spending habits, the number of children you have. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to share, like and subscribe. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. And what I basically share on this channel is lifestyles in the UK. We'll talk about visa, we talk about jobs, we talk about several things